Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go now, right out of the gate on this Monday. Of course, all of us are back at it. New work week kicking off, and well, we kicked it off with quite a bit of fog out there. In fact, it's a pea soup start to the morning. Visibilities, even here at mid-morning, most locations around North Texas still right around zero. So again, continue to exercise caution if you are on the area roads. 11 a.m. to right around noon, the fog will truly begin to lift. And then, believe it or not, as we go through the afternoon, we're talking about generally sunny conditions. But even the live cam behind me, that's from Reunion Tower looking at downtown Dallas. I know you're kind of looking at that in between the graphic, obviously, but the gray, that is all fog. And again, like I mentioned, it's very, very dense out there again so far today. So with the sunshine, we'll rebound the temperatures right up into the lower 80s today. And again, the winds do remain fairly light as we go through the afternoon. Of course, heading into this work week, we're coming off a fairly active weekend of weather. Of course, the good news is on Saturday, some of the severe weather aspects did not necessarily materialize. Obviously, if you saw what happened up in Oklahoma on Saturday, again, kind of a mini miracle that the cap held through a good part of the day here locally in North Texas, because it could have been a completely different situation here as well. But again, luckily, we basically got through the weekend fairly unscathed. A few additional opportunities of severe weather even as we go through this week. And again, we'll talk about those obviously as we go over the next few minutes. So there's what's left of our weekend activity. Again, you can see it now cruising through parts of, the parishes of Louisiana. Flash flood warnings continue down there. Quite a bit of lightning, quite a bit of heavy rain. But again, all of that active weather does continue now to pull away from the area. So looking at the overall pattern going forward, the big upper level storm trough that again brought us the active weather through the weekend, you can see it right there. See the dip? So that continues to pull away. Now, really over the next 2 days, today, Monday, even tomorrow, Tuesday, we're going into more of a zonal pattern, really not a lot showing up. But by the middle end of this week, there is going to be our next upper level storm system just coming out of the Gulf of Alaska. That will bring our next cold front into the area. And again, Wednesday and a Thursday, an opportunity of some rainstorms. And again, maybe a little bit of severe weather. And then as we get into the upcoming weekend, another potential opportunity of some severe weather as well. We'll also be watching the dry line over the next couple of days. Right now, the way it looks, anything that develops on the dry line, specifically on Tuesday, I think it's going to stay well out to the west, not so much impact our weather. There's that dip coming through again, currently up in the Gulf of Alaska. It'll send a cold front down into the area. Again, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, an opportunity of some active weather. Quiet on Friday. Then for the weekend, the subtropical jet begins to get involved with our weather, and we may have an opportunity of some rain, some storms for the weekend back in the forecast as well. But there's the dry line. It's taking shape today. This will continue to retreat back to the west, of course, separating all that warm, moist air from the bone-dry desert air. And like I mentioned, for not today, but for tomorrow, Tuesday, you can see it right there. A few thunderstorms develop out in West Texas and the Big Country, but as we go through the evening, I think they dry up before they make it into our western counties. And then really we skip ahead to Wednesday, and I think maybe even more so into Thursday. Storm Prediction Center already penciling in a little bit of red with that next storm trough, with that next cold front. And again, yes, the opportunity of some severe weather. Doesn't appear to be big severe weather days, but the opportunity is there. So you take that opportunity of rain and storms, combine it with this upcoming weekend. I'm going to take you all the way through Monday, this upcoming Monday, the next 7 days. And again, you can see rainfall projections, 1, 2, maybe even some locations picking up over 2 additional inches of rain. So again, yes, more good rain is on the way. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty humid week. Of course, heading into May, all of that fairly typical. May, one of our more humid months, along with June of the entire year. So otherwise, 80s for daytime highs, morning fog transitions to generally sunny skies. There's a look at your Monday evening. From the 80s through the 70s, winds remain light. That right there is a really good looking evening. And then overnight tonight, mostly 60s. We're completely dry overnight. And then as we go through tomorrow, Tuesday, I think for the most part, we remain dry. And again, you can see 80s to building towards, look at that, in our western counties, very close to 90s. So again, for today, for tomorrow, here locally in the Metroplex, we're completely dry. There's that next opportunity of rain and storms Wednesday into Thursday. May play with those probabilities a little bit today. Again, weekend looks unsettled. Also looking a little unsettled early next week. And yes, there are a few 90s showing up on that 12-day.